Hi, everybody. Caroline Mathis with Keller Williams. And are you curious if there are maybe some foreclosures that we're going to be seeing? Maybe what the market is doing across the United States? Stay tuned, and I may have some answers for you. We're going to get started. Now, remember, this is across the United States that I'm looking at right now. Last week, we put on the market what was hyper-local Reno Sparks and Northern Nevada. So now it's across the United States. We have leveled off across the United States, including in Reno Sparks, as far as the number of actual showings that are happening this month and last month. If we hyper-local just in September, you can see in 2020, we were really rocking and rolling. We had what I think was March and April off in 2020. Wasn't sure what was going to happen in the market. In comparison, this year, we're just down just a little bit. But look at what we were doing back in 2017, 18, and 19. Interest rates were a little bit higher, and so people are taking advantage of that low interest rate and looking at homes. Some of the news that we listen to or that I hear, you're sitting there going, what the heck? Is it gonna be a crash? What do I do with, and should I buy? Should I move up? Should I go down or move down? We're gonna try to get some answers for you. I have a couple that I want to show you, and what you have to do, read the whole article. This is on realtor.com. They were asking if foreclosures are going to shoot up. A lot of my clients sometimes call me, say, Caroline, what about foreclosures? Are we going to have those? So look at these numbers. Foreclosures in the past 2 years, look at this. We had 28,000 in the month of August in 2019, pre-pandemic. If we go over to 2020, we only had 8,000 homes that across the United States in August that went into foreclosure. The first 6 months of this year across the United States, 5,600 homes. So maybe not so much foreclosures, right? Mortgage originations. When you originate a mortgage, that means that you're going to be buying a home. Well, it will drop, they say, at CNBC. But if you read further into the article, look at this. Refinancing, that's when you're going to try to get a lower interest rate, is going to drop about 62% in 2022. However, mortgages, buying an actual home, is supposed to be going up. It's forecasted to go up almost 9% to 1.73 trillion in 2022. So I'm thinking that you really have to, don't look at those headlines unless you have time to read the whole article, okay? Home prices forecasting, the big names, you can see those big names down there. On average, they're anticipating for 2020 across the United States an increase of 5.1%. Reno, Sparks, we're also on that bandwagon, and we're even thinking maybe a little bit higher. So what does that mean? Let's get in the car and find you a home now when not so many people are out, right? So home sales forecast to increase. You can see Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the National Association of Realtors, and the Banking Association. In 2021, these were their guesses as far as sales. In 2022, across the United States, the Banking Association, look at that. They're thinking that we're really going to take off. 6.5 million homes across the United States were sold in 2020. It's going to be interesting to see how we close out 2021. I'll keep you posted. Mortgage rates, we're thinking that they're going to inch up. So, and they are thinking that's going to be the first quarter of 2022. So we've only got like about 8 weeks, 7 weeks to be able to get you into a home. Interest rates still in the medium threes is nothing to complain about though, truly. Months of inventory, we talked about this in my Reno Sparks. It's going down, and you can see across the United States, it's only 2.4 months across the United States of homes that are for sale. Months of inventory for sale, I thought this was quite interesting because, like we've always said, 6 to 7 months is a neutral market. There's enough buyers, there's enough sellers, life is good. But we've been in this seller's market, and we continue to go down and in deeper to a seller's market. Hence the reason why the prices keep on rising up. But isn't that interesting? Look at 2006, pre-recession, and then things went up, and we had all those foreclosures, short sales. In 2010, it reached its crest, and then we've slowly been equal and then all the way down. So now is the time to go and get a home if that's what is on your dream list, okay? Yeah, but what about foreclosures? Now remember versus forbearance. It's very interesting. This graph shows you what has been going on for foreclosures. 2017, we were pretty up there. You know, a lot of people were having to foreclose on their homes. Slowly dropped, and then in 2020, kind of, remember we had forbearances, so only we had 129,000 people that still had to go and foreclose on their home. The first 6 months of this year, we only have 19,000. So if you are in a pickle or in a process, in a spot where you're thinking, I'm not real sure if I can continue making these house payments, let's get together and talk about this. My thought is that in the Reno Sparks area, you will probably have enough money to be able to sell your home and then be able to start over again. Let's look at the number of active forbearances. These were the people that in March, April of 2020, they said, you know what? Hold on, I can't make my house payment too because I'm not able to go to work. Look how that has continued to drop. People are going back to work and being able to make their house payment. So now we're at 1.24 million versus at the very beginning in June of 2020 of 4.76 million people in forbearance. If we take the 1,240,000, probably about 7% of those people may not have enough to take care of their back payments that they've missed and do the closing cost. So those people are probably going to be about 86,000 across the United States that maybe make that decision, you know what, I just need to go and sell my house. Let's file for foreclosure, and they're going to have to help me. So if we had 86,000 homes in foreclosure and we've already added 19,000 from the first half of 2021, the total that we would have for the year would be approximately 106,000 people across the United States that would need to file for foreclosure. Look at these numbers from the past few years. 2017, we had 314,000 people or homes that went on into foreclosure, 279 in 2018, and then 2019, 277,000 homes. Yes, it's out there, but not to the extent that you're going to be able to find a home that's going to be cheap, quote, quote, because it's foreclosure. I hope this was helpful to you. Some of this stuff wasn't real pleasant to talk about, but it's something that you should know about. Watch for my holiday, what to do in December video next. And if I can be of any assistance to you, please let me know. Reach out to me at the numbers. You can call me or even text. We'll be happy to meet. And of course, our meeting is going to be confidential. Thank you.